Hello, my name is Christopher Kittle, and welcome to my Master's in Environmental Management project presentation, Improving Customer Experience and Administrative Efficiencies at the Rocky Mountain Biological Lab through Information Management Systems. My faculty advisor was Maddie Wren, and my community sponsors from Rumble included Kelly Sudreth, Jenny Reidel, and Brett Bebuck. Some students begin the MEM knowing what they would like to do for their master's project, or at least have a general idea of a topic. Maybe they have a job and their project will align with their professional life. I arrived in Gunnison without a solid topic for my master's project. That started to change one day in early August of 2019 during the MEM's 2-week intensive in Gunnison, Colorado. On one of those days, I attended a field trip to this research station I had heard other people mention but knew nothing about. This place was the Rocky Mountain Biological Lab, Rumble. And that was where I discovered this nearly century-old nonprofit that focuses on scientific research and education high in the Rocky Mountains. This is a picture I had taken during the field trip that day. I knew this was an organization I wanted to become involved with. I just didn't know how I would achieve that. I didn't have a degree in biology or ecology. My background was not as a scientist. However, I was not deterred. In the end, through a combination of persistence, lucky timing, and the Rumble leadership seeing potential in me, all resulted in me being selected to manage the development of their new portal as my master's project. In January 2020, I began my time as the portal project manager for Rumble. This is where I entered a new phase of my adulthood, what I've come to describe as my Dilbert phase. Rumble was founded in 1928 in Gothic, Colorado, on the site of an abandoned mining town by Dr. John Johnson, at the time a Western Colorado College professor. As described on the Rumble website, Rumble is a high-elevation field station which principal purpose is to provide quality research, teaching facilities, and opportunities for biologists and biology students of all disciplines who can benefit professionally and intellectually from studying at this location. Every summer there is a migration of students and scientists from all over the country who arrive in the Gunnison Valley ready to spend the summer months studying its unique local environs. Since its founding, Rumble has stayed true to its mission of supporting research and education. However, as the scientific community has changed and evolved, Rumble has also had to grow. In 2019, as the Rumble leadership reviewed its mission and assessed how the organization was going to evolve, it was determined that the administrative and logistical systems needed to be updated as a precursor to other planned changes. One of the aspects that needed to be addressed was updating the information management systems that support the range of operations conducted by Rumble. As Rumble grew and changed over time, these types of systems used to manage its operations developed organically, often siloed into each respective staff section. A combination of disparate systems needed to be consolidated and upgraded for two primary reasons: to support the Rumble community of scientists, students, and visitors, and to improve the ability of staff to manage the day-to-day operations. Salesforce had capabilities in its community software package that would meet the needs of the organization. This resulted in the project manager position being created, and I was hired in January 2020. Once the project began, there were three main phases. The first, the development of the request for proposals, RFP, the second being consultant identification, negotiations, and contracting. The third was the actual development and deployment of the portal. The development of the RFP was the first main phase of the portal project, and it was where I worked to understand what functions the portal would need to support and captured these requirements. The portal is not just a website where text or videos were posted. Rumble already had a functioning website that achieved that. The portal would be an interactive location where users would have a login and would be able to interact with the Rumble staff in different ways and was captured in the RFP. This could be something as seemingly straightforward as requesting a series of meals at the dining hall and the ability to store customer-specific information such as dietary preferences that is then communicated to the Rumble staff. Every task the portal would accomplish needed to be able to answer the two questions. The first is, how does this help the Rumble community user? And the second is, how does this help the staff accomplish their tasks and support better engagement with Rumble community users? We were not using technology for the sake of using technology. Going forward in the project, I would engage with 3 different entities. I would continue to work with Rumble, but now I added people from Salesforce to assist with the scope of licensing and begun negotiations with prospective consultants who specialize with Salesforce software. Through many meetings and additional scoping, Sikich LLP was selected as the company that Rumble would work with to generate the portal. The final and ongoing phase of the portal project involved creating the actual portal and the associated content, which began in October 2020. Key elements to the portal were deployed to the Rumble community between January and April 2021. This was where my role as project manager was to take the requirements of the portal and balance that with the ability of the consultant team to create content with finite resources and time. There were a few key parts of the portal that we created. The first was the actual portal and the user registration process. Then we moved into other tasks we termed modules. The next part we focused on was one of the foundational tasks Rumble does as an organization, to support the administration of research by scientists. This involved developing a complex module where scientists could create a project in the portal and submit it for review. The science director could then manage each project via the portal, assign members of the research review committee, and ultimately approve the research. The other 2 modules we were able to develop was the Fieldwork and Housing Reservations module and the Meals Reservation module. The portal is currently live and is being used by Rumble community members and staff to plan for this coming summer research season. This project would not have been possible without the support from the staff of Rumble. A special thanks to Kelly Sudderth for her trust in me and commitment to the portal project during the many challenges that resulted from the COVID-19 pandemic. This portal would not have been possible without the expertise from the Sikich consultants, Ashad and Cole. I would like to thank Maddie Wren for her role as my academic advisor. I would also like to acknowledge the support of my family, friends, and peers during my time as a MEM student. Thank you for your time.